Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North Broward Preparatory School here in Coconut Creek, Florida. My name is Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles, joined as always by my good friend and broadcast colleague Ben Curtis, and we would like to welcome you to this game between the St. Brendan Sabres and your North Broward Eagles. This is going to be a very fun one, Ben.
Well, an important test for North Broward Prep, and they're going to be drained from last night's game, that win against the Cardinal Gibbons Chiefs, in a couple ways. Number one, physically drained in terms of the pitcher's mound. They went through 3 pitchers last night, all of whom combined to get the win, and they did a good job. Raul Kennard started it off very nicely. Christian Paye and Blake Houston also pitched. So Dusty Snyder on the bump tonight to start, and we'll talk about him a little bit more in just a little bit. Nick O'Brien presumably will also pitch tonight. But after that, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. Jared Hellman probably not healthy enough to start, so have to imagine that Brian Campbell's going to want Dusty Snyder to get big innings for him tonight.
We'll get to that in just a moment. As everyone knows, I do PA, so let me take that away right now.
Leading off for the Sabres, number 32, Christian Centeno.
So here comes Christian Centeno, the center fielder, to start things off for the St. Brendan Sabres. Of course, while North Broward might be drained, it's also a little bit of a respite, as this is a nice out-of-conference game. Ball is high, and we're underway.
St. Brendan coming to visit Broward County here from Miami-Dade County. Always good to see
Miami itself.
Miami itself, yeah, always good to see the inter-county play.
1-1. It's about an hour and 15-20-minute trek.
They didn't show up here to the ball field at about 6:15, 6:20. Took a bit of a shortened I.O.
1-2 now. Well, you can trust me, as my other job is in Miami. Let me tell you, that traffic is killer. You never know when it's going to act up, where it's going to act up, or how it's going to affect your commute. Trust me. Outside, 2-2. Snyder, as we mentioned, is on the mound. Carved himself a nice little niche in the 9-hole on the North Broward lineup. Here's the pitch. Outside, full count now.
Snyder primarily in right field, but he's carved out a nice spot for himself in the rotation. 16 1/3 so far on the bump. 8 earned runs, 10 runs total, so a bit of hard luck for Snyder. 16 hits, struck out 12, but he's also walked 12. Going to want to get that ratio down tonight.
And now one's hit on the ground into left field. As Goberville fumbled for that, I fumbled for those words. There's a runner on first now, and 1 hit for St. Brendan.
Now batting, number 24, Alex Sotolongo.
Hey, it's the beginning of the game. Everyone's still getting warmed up, us included.
Big players to watch for St. Brendan are in the 3 and 4 hole. It's number 5, Abraham Sequeira, and number 17, Kevin Martin. The shortstop and designated hitter, respectively, will see them this inning, save for a double play.
Snyder sets up. Bunt laid down perfectly down the line. Goberville scoops it up, tries to make the throw, and he's safe. Didn't get into position in time. That was one of the most beautifully laid bunts I've seen in a long time.
North Broward couldn't run the wheel play quickly enough. Chase McBean couldn't get over to first base in time for Goberville to feel it, but it was a really good bunt from Sotolongo.
Stepping up to bat, number 5, Abraham Sequeira.
So here comes Sequeira. Normally wears number 21, taking number 5 tonight.
483 hitter Sequeira is, and that's not even tops on the team. Kevin Martin just besting him at 486. Has 13 RBIs, that's second on the team. 2 home runs, also second.
Swings and misses there, 0-1. Certainly looked like he was swinging for the fences.
And this is where Snyder just has to bear down and pound the glove. Doesn't have to get out of the inning right now, and he certainly won't have it easy with Martin coming up next, but just has to make sure he throws strikes on the bottom half of the zone.
Well, that one's hit past the diving Ogozalian into right field. 1 run's going to come home. Throw hits a cutoff man, throws it over to second. No, it was a fake, fooled me. So that's an RBI double for Abraham Sequeira. St. Brendan certainly starting out strong.
Now 17, Kevin Martin.
You're North Broward, this is not how you wanted to start this game.
Well, Dusty Snyder is fine right now because he hasn't made bad pitches, and it hasn't been all that great contact for St. Brendan. There was the bunt for one of the base hits. North Broward just hasn't been able to have the ball hit to them, so Snyder just has to bear down right now.
Ball, it's 1-0. At the very least, North Broward can take solace in the fact that this is not a conference game. It's not even a game in the same county.
Well, hopefully Martin won't do too much damage here, and they can get back into this one. Martin, though, when you look at the statistics, they just really jump off the page. 486 batting average. That's tied for the lead in St. Brendan's district, which is 5A15. 3 home runs, 15 RBIs as well.
It's a chopper to the shortstop. Edwards gets it on the funny bounce, throws it over to first, gets the out, but another run crosses the plate. So now it's 2-0, St. Brendan in the lead.
Now batting, number 3, Brian Castillo.
So here comes Castillo.
And the scorebug shall now show the current score. We're all doing a couple things tonight, as we say every game. Very glad that we could be with you, though.
Very happy to be here. Here's the pitch. And that's fired in for a strike. Snyder showing some heat. So there's a runner on second now. And 1 out.
Brian Castillo, one of those utility guys that every manager loves to have on his team.
Failed that one back towards the dugout. Little soft roller. No one had to jump out of the way.
Playing third base tonight, but he's listed as both an infielder and an outfielder. He can play everything.
Always great to see that kind of versatility. Certainly helps your chances at the next level. And that's another chopper to Edwards. Looks at the runner on third, but goes to first and gets the out. So now there's a runner on third and 2 outs coming up for Dylan Calero.
Stepping into the box, number 9, Dylan Calero.
Calero playing left field tonight.
Just strange, he's listed, at least on St. Brendan's roster, as an infielder and a right-handed pitcher, so another guy with some utility abilities, excuse me. And as you mentioned, that really helps at the next level. You get to college coach says, hey, who can play this? You want to be able to raise your hand for everything.
Utility ability, I like that.
Thank you. It messed me up, though. I flew a little too close to the sun.
Careful, Licorice.
We bring literary references to you on Friday night on Brainwash Sports Twitch TV.
Well, between that and now playing classical music during the infield-outfield of the away team, I think we're bringing some class to this school as Goberville fumbles for it, throws it over to first, not going to be in time. Another run scores. It's 3-0 in this first inning.
Now batting, number 22, Andres Ferrero.
So here comes Ferrero. He's batting .296. If you look down St. Brendan's roster, a lot of contact hitters. That one is in for a strike. A lot of hitters able to, well, I would say get wood on the ball, but we're in high school, so get some aluminum.
Well, they've had success in terms of batting average, but it hasn't translated into runs the way that they want to. They've only scored 73 so far on the year, as that one's poured in for strike 2. They're getting outscored 73-89. North Broward also with a 4-run deficit, so both teams working on run deficits. But I'm sure that St. Brendan's manager, Tito Rodriguez, wants to see those base runners translate into runs.
That one's a ball outside, and the runner takes off to second, and he's safe. You have to wonder how that translates to the record, though, as St. Brendan is 7-5-1 tie this year, yet they're still getting outscored.
Bit of a quirk, though. They've had some trouble in district. They're only 2-4 in district. They are 5th, which is last in 5A15, but they have the second-best overall record in the district.
2-2 now. It's interesting how rankings work in that manner.
Well, it's all about the district standings, and it's all about the district record, Sam.
Snyder looks at the runner on second. Fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, that ends the inning. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first here on Brainwash Sports Twitch TV. Thanks for sticking around with us. Back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this game between the St. Brendan Sabres and your North Broward Eagles. St. Brendan got 3 runs on the board to start things off here, and now Ty Marsh is going to try to start things off for North Broward. And he chops one down the line, but it's just foul.
Ty Marsh coming into this one, 367 batting average, really carved out a nice spot at the top of the lineup. Remember at the beginning of the season, Edwards and Marsh were going back and forth as to who would take that top spot. Looks like Coach Campbell has settled on Marsh.
If I had to take an educated guess, it's because Marsh is hitting 367 while Edwards is hitting 302. You want that first runner on base more consistently, although it's not going to happen here. Easy grounder to second, throws it over to first, and Marsh doesn't have anything going. Now Edwards is going to take his cuts and hope to get something going by himself.
Edwards has been a good producer for North Broward so far on the base paths. Tied for the lead in stolen bases with 7 in 5A14.
A mighty hack and a miss.
Had 2 more last night, I believe.
Edwards not necessarily a power hitter. He does have a home run on the year, but that was an inside the Parker. That one is low, 1-1 now. Of course, we're not going to stop talking about the first game of the season for the rest of the season as Edwards and Marsh kick things off with back-to-back inside the Parkers to left center.
It was an historic game for a lot of different reasons, and all the pomp, all the circumstance.